the video. I know on the main tutorial video I did the other day, I didn't put any audio into it because I just wanted to do like a straight through how it looks or the tutorial guide in that video in case anyone just wants no audio and so forth. So I'll probably re-edit it with audio and well, this is what it is for a help guide. So pretty much when we go into research, I should say, we have the R&D stable protocols. Honestly, if my game plan or I planned it properly enough, I would have gone for protocols 5 or anything above it. Because if I'm looking at the difficulties, there's at least 2 other difficulties that are probably above this protocol. So maybe a 7, and I might have been able to get like, I don't know, 3200 instead of just 16. So I was really cutting it close on my time. Now, you can have it active on your goals in a safe zone. I'll show you those in a second here. And when you look over these classifiers, you look on the drops, it's the Epicurity Zone 2 packages. So you're looking for any packages on the ground from Zone 2. And I'll go over the zones here in a little bit, but I just want to go over the RD for this time period on things you should keep an eye out for to make your gameplay a little bit more smoother and easier for yourself than just grind and hope for the best like I did, because I had high level well, operators to use, and most players, when you get to this, you don't have that option. You're probably just starting out and working from scratch. So you're looking for packages, you're looking for in the safes, which is the little owl you see when you are opening up your stockade shops and so forth, and the regions from Valley 4, or I can't think of that place's name, but the new region we just got recently. And then also the auto vendor. So those are the, I would say, the 3 you want to keep an eye out. Now the alkaline crystals, those are the floating crystals you get from defeating enemies, the floating rocks and so forth. And I went with that alkaline crystals booster. It gives me a 4th more than just the basic 100. And I think that's the only one we get at best, it looks like. Because it's just enemies defeated, you get more stamina. This one is bring more explosives with you, because quite honestly, you don't need more than 25. You might need more 25 come the next patch update. So we may need, I don't know, maybe 50 later on, just to weaken the enemies and so forth. There's an idea there, but still, you're just going to burn through more explosives from your depot. And then this one isn't a big major, which is increases your what you can bring back. So I'm assuming the max difficulty can be 4. And as you can see, everything is pretty much from zone 4 on this list here. So I'm assuming this is the max difficulty. We'll probably get up to 5 or 6 later on. So let's take a look inside the area. Well, before I do, commissions. Now supposedly this updates every week, so I got, by the time of this recording, about 3 or 4 days left before it gets reset, and then I get a new commission. So I'm not quite sure what this does. Brings up personal knowledge from the valleys, or completes commissions or enough. So I know we're supposed to be able to claim rewards and so forth. And I think it's this right here, so it should make it easier to get through this list here. As you can see, my next one's just a basic HH permit, and you do get OPSI 400s. I'm not sure what they're going to do once we hit the max. I'm hoping this continues on, And I gotta find out more information about the main area. Okay. As you can see on the sides, now you want to keep it on your right side, that accelerate detergent, because it does tell you if you're in a zone level 1, or if you go over here, say for level 2, it gives an idea which area is what level of the detergent and what's your likely chance of getting that particular item you need. Like right now, I need to go to zone 2 for all this stable protocol 5 and hit these locations just to get a better reward, or get my stuff for staying in here, I should say. So you can switch it up and so forth. And here's a whole list of the support tip, because it doesn't really, to me, when you go through it the first time, you might be just skipping along and just not paying attention to this. So, no refinery, that's the one I was just talking about earlier. It looks like the max you can get it to is 150, so there's one more somewhere around here after I unlock a few more to max out. So, yeah. I think I just saw something I didn't see before. So it looks like it converts some type of material into something else, it looks like. I'm assuming into... Yeah, to helping you get through the main, well, reward list, I should say. So, as you can see, here's my team. It's pretty much all 90 to the 80s. That's what you want, in a way. And you want some healing. So I would say the minimum level you won't be dealing with is, I don't know, maybe 60, pushing it. And you should be able to zones 1 through 3 easily. Zone 4, you definitely want something maxed out, because I do have trouble with my team setup, as powerful they are. I mean, Tauntaun, she okays anything in Valley 4 and the new water area. It's just a hard way of pronouncing it right now for me today. So, I'll just reference that, the water area. Now, so we do get a map. I do not see any chest markers or anything like that to give me like a idea of what to be expecting. Like, I don't know how many chests are in this valleys, whatever she calls it. So I do know there's quite a few. I cleared out most of the area, because here's zone 2, over here's zone 3, and there's 4. So we'll be expecting a zone 5 over here. I could see a 6 and maybe a 7 later on. And there's enough space right here for an 8th. Because you have an arrow that leads back down into the subway system. So there's quite a bit of area and more stuff to come, I would say, for us. I just kind of wish we had a better, I don't know, if you opened it, it gets added onto the map, so that way when you go back to this location, you can find items much faster and smooth. That's the only thing I would say to the devs to add into the mapping system for this particular area for us. That's the only thing I would say. And maybe like we have in our usual maps, how many chests do we need to open to have it fully complete? That's one thing I would say I would love to see added into this, because I do say, and I will say again probably later on in the video, look for any ropes you need for zip lining up and down, and the main zip line, just walk past them And you should be able to zipline anywhere you want in the region. And just like this, I'm going straight to the end and take a look what has been happening. Now, technically the detergent's was at none, and now it's at 4. And I'm looking for any chests or anything like that.
Gotta take that one back from my studies.
That's just healing. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. If you jump over here again, you're back to none. And here's a chest. So I'm hoping maybe we get more information about the chest in this area, because I'm noticing, I don't know, or I should say praying, every week they reset and we get more Obelion, or whatever you want to call the red little crystals we've been getting for the chest, and they get updated. No, I do not want to leave, because right now I'm almost completely done clearing out Valley 4 of all the chests and the little pieces that we need to find. So sooner or later I'm going to be looking for other ways to get for my headhunts. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe they'll make it like a call to go in here to do more stuff in here, in a way. Okay, getting back to what I was saying.
Expert.
Okay, like I was saying before, here is your package. I'm just opening a random one. Here's the safe that you gotta look out for. Pick up the items because they do not auto pick like usual. So you do have to watch out for that. And then you have these floating rods here. As I was saying, you have the floating rods there to pick up. And I think the only thing I gotta find is a vending to show for any new players and so forth.
Again, I behold abundance, a blessing promised by the
Okay, so I lucked out and there was a vending machine right underneath the area I was just at. And pretty much, this does take a little bit of time to open the stuff. Pick it up. Vending machines, you do get 2 chances to reopen and so forth. Packages just 1, and vaults are just 1. I think that's everything. Now let me go to a safe zone real quick. I want to say I covered everything. Now I'm in a safe zone and I won't max out.
That enemy looks really powerful.
And some safe zones you have free items to actually pick up, chests to loot, and so forth. Let me think here. We have an explosive for clearing out rubble that we may need to be cleared out. I think there was only 1 or 2 areas up here that I haven't touched. Okay, I'm just gonna go through this real quick. As you can see, you can initiate combat right there, or you can just bypass it. Now, let's see, where is a good place? Because you can use the bombs as a way to just open these crystals real quick like this. Not waste time. So I'm just trying to put out a few little tips here and there to make your life a little bit easier when you come in here. And of course the basic tactic of anything with the bombs is aim for the fuel pipes.
All equipment, get ready. I wish you the best of fortune.
And just like that. you could just actually go over your arrangement max protocol. I've done that before, so I get the maximum of I can get.
We've hit the limit. Evac immediately.
As long as you get everything before the timer runs out, you pretty much get everything you need. So I think I covered everything I needed to cover on how to make your experience much easier. I might put another video out later on, but pretty much this is the best way I would say having a good team to use, 60 and above, having your derangement, as she just said, over 16 definitely, unless you have a max team, and go for 20 and above, honestly. So, because right now my timer is sitting at 8 minutes, and I know this video is much longer. There's different ways to use the bombs, there's different ways to make your experience in that zone smoother. The big sub-bosses, the bombs don't work too well on them after, I would say, level 3 and on. So I'm hoping later on we get more powerful explosives, because right now they're like a little firecracker. They're not really doing much damage, just like, okay, you're there, brush it off, and I'm gonna go kill you type of deal. That's what the enemy thinks of you. So yeah, I'm hoping they really do tell us how many chests are in the next update, and if you think there's anything they should be adding, just so in the comment section what you think. I'm probably going to link a few other videos later on down the line on how to improve everyone's gameplay. So with that, thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll keep looking into ways to improve everyone's experience later on. Have a nice day.